It is time for another theme park coasting top 10 video, where we count down the top 10 rides and attractions at theme parks all around the world. So join me today as we count down the top 10 rides at Adventure City. Starting off at number 10, we have Carousel. And no matter whether you want to relive those beloved childhood memories or create new ones with your very own, then this 1946 vintage merry-go-round will have you covered. Positioned right in front of the entrance to the park from the moment you walk in, with all of its flashing lights, catchy soundtrack and 20 very awesome looking horses, you will instantly want to take a ride. Therefore, for this reason, we would suggest leaving it till the middle of the day if you do want to minimise your waiting time. But definitely take a trip onto the carousel, as I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Have you got a smile on your face yet? Well, if not, you will sure do after taking a ride on our number 9 spot. This is Giggle Wheel, and not only is it a little bit of a tongue twister to pronounce, but it is an incredibly fun ride for the youngsters out there. Once boarded your very smiley looking gondola, you and a maximum of one other person will get the opportunity to slowly rise up and down in circles, providing some fantastic views across the park, and a few thrills too. The question is, however, will you giggle on the Giggle Wheel? Comment down below. Buckle your seatbelts guys, as for our number 8 position, we, and by we I mean you, are about to take control of your very own plane with Barnstormer Planes. Similar to many of the other Dumbo style attractions all around the world, you will head around in circles while also using the lever in front of you to make your car go higher or lower. Nevertheless, what I particularly love about Barnstormer Planes is that instead of having your typical elephant theming towards the ride, as I did mention earlier, it is plane themed, meaning that everything from the lever you use to the cars to even the soundtrack makes you feel as if you are a true pilot. From flying your very own plane to becoming an honorary member of the emergency services, at our number 7 position we have Rescue Ride, where you can get the chance to drive around in one of 3 vehicles: fire truck, sheriff's car or an ambulance. However, this is not all easy driving, as during your 2 laps through the city, you and your children will come across lots of unexpected scenes, in addition to some sharp twists and turns which you will need to put your skills to the test to make sure you get through. Just remember not to crash like me, as that can sometimes drive people a little bit crazy. Did you see what I did there? For our number 6 spot on our top 10 list, we are about to head on to Crazy Bus, and for anyone who wants to sing a famous song, Wheels on the Bus, then this should definitely be on your bucket list. Themed towards a very, and I mean very, smiley yellow bus, trust me when I say throughout the entire experience at the Adventure City Bus Co, you will be having the time of your life. In terms of the ride itself though, once boarded the bus and for the best experience, we would suggest sitting at the back or the front. You will begin to rise up and down, but before you know it you'll be spinning around like crazy, not only forwards but backwards too. How cool is that? Top 5, and coming in for this spot we have Balloon Race, where as long as you are above the age of 2 years old, you can jump into one of 8 colourful hot air balloons with your family and go up, up, up into the sky. Although it is nowhere near over yet, as not only will you get to rise to the height of 25 feet in your balloon, spin around in the air, but all of this is happening whilst also you are tilting to the side. Therefore, even though this ride is very common around theme parks, nothing beats the sensation of flying in a hot air balloon. All aboard! As for our number 4 spot, we have Express Train. And believe it or not, by the very creative name, this is the park's train ride. Now by no means is this a full-size locomotive that you will find at the bigger parks around the world, but instead what you will get is an incredibly cute train ride which during its 3-minute cycle will give you a guided tour throughout the park, as well as an opportunity to see many hidden caves and gems which you would not normally discover unless you take a ride. My personal favourite aspect though of the train ride definitely has to be the fact that you can see all the rides, as it means you can get those amazing photographs and decide what attractions to do on your day. Choo choo. Here we enter the top 3 rides at the park, and if you are scared of heights then skip to number 2, as taking this position we have Drop Zone, and standing at a whopping height of 45 feet tall, this is definitely not for the faint of heart. Once boarding your ride, of course as long as you are brave enough to do so, you will rise to the top of a tower, and from here on out there is nothing like your normal drop tower, and instead of just dropping back down to planet Earth, you will drop, bounce and rise till the end of the ride, and you do not need to be a rocket scientist to know that that is intense. It is time for our first roller coaster on the list. As for our number 2 spot, we have Freeway Coaster, and out of the 2 coasters at the park, this is the oldest, but by no means does it mean it is bad at all. Created by E&F Miller Industries, which to be honest I have never heard of, on this very brightly coloured attraction, you will climb up the lift hill before a series of airtime hills, turns and some very rough moments to say the least. Nevertheless, with the subtle theming added towards the ride, in addition to it being a lot tamer than the other coasters at the park, for those little thrill seekers out there, this is 100% a must do. We have made it to the number 1 position, and for the best ride at the park, we have got no other than Rewind Racers. However, just to warn you in advance, after riding this legendary attraction, you will want to rewind time and do it again and again and again. Okay, that was a pretty awful joke, however this ride sure isn't, as with it being a family boomerang coaster, it means that for you non-theme park enthusiasts out there, not only will you rise to 40 feet in the air before racing around a bank turn, airtime hill and a helix at a fast speed, but as the name suggests, you will then do it all again backwards. Isn't that awesome? And with it having screens and theming too, I could not imagine a trip to the park without a ride on Rewind Racers. That is it from our top 10 video today. Of course you'll have your own opinions and we would love to see them in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, at the top we've got 2 videos that we know you would love, and at the bottom there is our Patreon and subscribe button. But with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. My name is Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coasting, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.